the idea of like a murder mystery dinner with friends.
Which is what the first season was, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So I remember seeing an episode of Lizzie McGuire, and she had a murder mystery themed episode, and it just seemed so cool, the fact that they all interact with each other around the house. And yeah, I wanted Shane, Lele, and Liza to come back, and
you got Liza for a bit.
I did. Liza felt really bad. She really wanted to do the season, but she had a double conflict with her Double Dare show. Yeah. So she was literally going from that show to her Liza on Demand. She had like no time in between to actually film Escape the Night, but she did make time to make the cameo because obviously she had that role at the end of season 3 in the Crystal. She likes to make the joke that she Crystal FaceTimed me.
Yeah. So was that filmed at the end of season 3? Because a lot of people thought it was filmed back in season 2.
No, we filmed that while we were filming season 3. What happened to Liza if she's not going to be in the show? Like, can I at least get her in for a cameo? How the whole intro would be with her getting captured by the Collector.
Yeah.
No, it was a mixture of, I wanted to incorporate like a new perspective of someone who hasn't experienced this before for potentially a new audience member who's just tuning into the show.
Yeah.
You can get that explanation of some things that just wouldn't make sense to someone who hasn't seen the previous seasons. You have a character in there who's also experiencing everything for the first time.
Yeah.
So I wanted that aspect because the show's kind of complicated for people who maybe don't
definitely.
know.
Especially when it flashes back and stuff. You did say though, didn't you, that this was like the last episode of like calm before the storm almost.
Absolutely. These first 4 episodes are, like I said, just like a totally different show. Like the whole game just shifts after episode 5. Well, even at episode 5, I think things start to really ramp up. But episode 5 has like a very interesting ending.
It's the YouTuber thought process, but we do film that in between episodes. Like after we wrap on episode, like the first episode of the night, the YouTubers will go back to the trailer for about 3 hours, and during that time, like we'll rotate with our interviews.
Campaign asks, what era would season 5 be in, or have you got any idea of what era it would be in?
I do have an idea, but I'm not gonna tell anyone.
That's fine. Did you have a feeling that it was going to be him that they revived?
That was one that I guess I technically could have died in because I knew that there was a revival. So if I did get voted in, I could have died. But I didn't want to because I wanted to be in the Dolls episode. So, yeah, I mean, it could have gone either way. Like, if Matt hadn't died, I think it would have been Manny who would have been revived.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I think just because at that point, those were the strongest people. So it wouldn't have really made sense to revive anyone else.
So, Nick asks, have you seen any death predictions floating around on YouTube that have been quite right, or like theories that have been right?
No, it's actually kind of interesting that
really
no one has, like the first ones, like I haven't seen any now because like the show's already gone on, so it's like it's a lot probably more closer to what it would be, but when it first came out, no one got it right. I will say I did see a theory that was actually really interesting of the order of the glasses breaking, like that being the order that people die in. And it's so strange that up till now that was very accurate, but I will say that that wasn't intentionally put there, nor is it actually what happens.